Hello and welcome to part 3 of the Tech Revealed. I'm Roger DeVoe, and today I'm going to share with you how to actually build a product out of a webinar that you've done or a live training that you've done. So in part 1, I showed you how to use Google Hangouts to do a webinar or to do a live training. And in part 2, I showed you how to actually build the funnel to do a webinar or again, to do some kind of live training. Now, when you do a webinar, you can do a webinar just to build your list and just to give training, or you can do a training that you've charged for. So you can actually sell a training that you want to have only people who pay have access to. So that's what I'm going to show you today. I'm going to show you how to build off of the pages that we built in the last video, and I'm going to show you how to actually lock some of that training down and make it so that people have to actually pay to be a part of your training and to get the recording of it and watch it again and again. So to start, you're going to go back into your Optimize Hub, which is just OptimizeHub.com. You get the login for this when you bought OptimizePress. And of course, I'm showing you how to do all of this with OptimizePress. You can take the same philosophy and use this with other programs, but this is, for not even $100 to be able to build all these pages, to lock down your site and build membership sites and things like that. You can't beat it. And it's just so easy to use. So what you're going to do, last time you downloaded the OptimizePress theme, today you're going to download the Optimize Member plugin. Now I've already downloaded it, so I'm going to jump over here and you're going to log into your website's WordPress dashboard and you're going to go to plugins. And now in your case, you're going to go add new and you're going to upload the zip file you just downloaded from OptimizePress's website. And remember, you don't want to unzip it on your computer. You want to keep it as a zipped folder. So you just add new plugin. It's going to show up here once it's loaded and you're going to click activate. Now, once it's activated, you're going to see Optimize Member now shows up here in my left bar. Now, you can go to Quick Start Guide and you can watch some of the training videos that OptimizePress has put together. But what I'm going to do is just kind of show you the quick and easy way to put this all together to get running. So you're ready to do webinars, you're doing webinars, you're doing a webinar where you want to sell a live training. I'm going to show you how to do that. So before we get into, and don't worry, I know it looks like there's a huge list of options. Most of this is setting up payment gateways and things like that. Don't worry, I'm going to show you the simple way to do this. The simple, quick way so you could be up and running in no time, selling training. So before we get into doing and setting up the Optimize Member options, there are a few pages that we're going to need. Things like the page that people see when they log in after they buy, where your training will be held. We're going to need a page set up that if people try to access your training and they haven't paid yet, they're going to get that warning. Or if they are members, maybe they're not logged in, they have the chance to log in to see. So it's easier to build those pages first before we get into doing all the setting up than to do it after. And the reason is this way, once you have the pages built, when you're going through setting up the options, and again, I'm going to show you exactly how to do that, it's a lot easier to just pick the pages you already have built. So here's the way it's going to work. We're going to need a page. So remember last week, you've got your webinar page where they signed up, they went through the confirmation, then they watched your webinar. Now on this webinar, we're going to assume that you sold a live training, maybe a more in-depth training, something that people had to buy and pay for to get access to. So we're going to pretend that this webinar has now become your sales page, just to keep it easy. Again, I don't want you to feel like you have to go make a bunch of sales pages, things like that. This way, you sold your program live and people can come back, watch the replay of your webinar, and still have the chance to buy it, sign up, and move on. So that's going to become your sales page. Now, we need a page that for members, when they log in to get your training, when they log in, they get brought to this page. It welcomes them to your program, welcomes them to your training, and it can also house your training. So what I've done was I started putting together this page, and I did a lot of the general work because in the last video, I showed you how to kind of play around and the way you can move things around with OptimizePress and kind of build a page. And so I'm not going to go through all that again. I did most of the work, but you're going to notice all I did to build this page was I actually cloned and copied, which is really easy. You just go to your pages section and you can copy any page, make a double of it. I copied my webinar sign up page because it already has a lot of the elements that I like. And so what I did, you'll see, I just changed some of the words. I dragged those main points, you know, the points that were down here. I dragged them up into a box over here. I added a new image here. I kept most of the same pictures. And then I just added a quick welcome to the group. Click below to join the private Facebook group. And again, I just put a Facebook image here with a link to the private Facebook group because in the product that I'm building, I happen to have a private Facebook group. You might not. Don't worry about it if you don't. But you just want something that welcomes people. So when they land, they know what training they're going to get, the training that they bought from you, and you want to have a quick welcome. Now you can put a video here. You can do anything you want. Then you'll notice I put this in again on the webinar page. I already had this all set up. Again, we're keeping it simple. You can worry about making it pretty and better when you're selling it and making money. I just want to get you going. So here you have below are the recordings from the main session bonuses. So what I would actually do, I have coming soon because I'm assuming people are buying the training, but it hasn't gone live yet. So you could even take this page and the day your training goes live, you can play the video down here. You can throw Facebook comments underneath. It doesn't matter. It keeps it easy. And then after, just leave it and it'll already be here. And again, you would just in Live Editor, you'd scroll down to the bottom and where I have coming soon, all I would do the day we're going to go live, I would throw in a video player, pick embed code, insert the code from the Hangout, which I showed you how to do in part 1 of this series, insert, and right under that, add an element, Facebook comments, you're good to go. Enter in whatever title you want, set it up, you're good to go. And you're ready. You could do your live training right on this page, and I delete the coming soon. So when you save and close it and refresh, awesome that it's German for some reason because I didn't pick my language or anything. But here would be your comments. Your video box would show had you embedded a code in there and you're ready to go. So when people sign in, this is the page they're going to be brought to welcoming them. And this is where your product is going to be. So anytime they want to watch the recording of the training or watch it, they can come right here, log in, they're brought here automatically. Now there's one more page we're going to need to build. And I'm actually going to let you see me build this page because it's got elements in it that I've not used before and I haven't shown you in the last video. Where this page is pretty straightforward. This one's a little different. We need a page that people are taken to if they try to access this without being logged in. So a page that's going to tell them, wait, you need to have paid to access this content, or you need to log in if you already have paid. So what we're going to do, we're going to scroll over and again to build a page in OptimizePress, go to Page Builder, and we can call this page Member Required. You can call this whatever you want. And I'm just going to build this off a blank page. We're just going to keep it simple. Again, you can make it fancier as you go. I am all about simple. So proceed to step 2. And I usually will just pick for something like this because you're not locking it down. I just pick marketing site page. All the difference between landing page, marketing site page, there's different fonts, different settings. But again, I'm building this all on my own, so it doesn't really matter. So I always pick marketing page. And again, here you can change. This is completely up to you. You can have either a full width. This is just the look of your site. Everything I've been building has been full width, but you can have it where you have the bars on the side. I pick full width, and off we go to build the page. Now in this case, I don't have any header navigation set up. I don't have a footer area. I don't care about any of that. All we're going to do is go right into launching the editor and building the page. So here we are in the page, and again, we're just going to make this quick and dirty because we want this to be functional. This doesn't need to be a beautiful page. It doesn't need to have any of that kind of stuff. All it needs to do is get the message across. So what I'm going to do to keep this simple, now again, when you've set this up and you've got your headers and banners and logos, you could do all that stuff. But I just want to show you the bare bones so literally you can get off the ground and start selling your training now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a row and pick 2 columns. This way you've got a left side and a right side to your page. And I'm going to insert that. So now I've got a row here. And here's a very important. On the right side, I'm going to do this first. You want it where if people have paid, but maybe they're not logged in and they try to access the training, you want to give them the chance to actually log in. So with the search function, you could actually just search login, and you're going to see membership login form pops up. This is what I love about OptimizePress. It's so easy. Click that. You've only got one option, and it's going to ask you public title when not logged in. So what I would say here is log in here. So this is what people are going to see if they aren't logged in. So I'm going to put log in here. You can put already a member with a question mark. They can log in here. You can have log in to proceed, log in to access content, whatever you want. So I'm going to put log in here, and you'll see redirection after login. And that's where you get to pick your page. So you're going to keep this on login welcome page. And right now that isn't anything. But again, once all these pages are set up, we're going to go back into the optimize member settings and make it so that that page I was showing you before, this guy here, this is the page. So when they log in, they'll automatically be taken to this page. So don't worry about the sign up. It just does it automatically. Then profile title. So once they log in, if you have a name for people, that are following you, some kind of peep or, like believers, some kind of name like that. I call my people ethospreneurs because a lot of my business is built off ethos. If you can see that behind me, it's kind of all based around ethics and purpose. So you call them whatever you want when they're logged in, or you can even just call them members. And don't worry about any of this stuff. This will use Gravatar so that they have a picture or profile. But all you need to do is scroll down and you're going to see this redirection after logout. You can have this on, I just have this always set to home page, and that'll give them the home page of your website. So whatever you've set up, in my case, I have this as the initial webinar page. But just leave that as home page and insert. So now you've got this set up. So when they come to this page, they're going to see this. Now, because I'm logged in, you see options like my account, edit my profile. But if they were logged out, they would have log in, enter username, password. Now on the left side is where we want to tell them that, whoa, you can't access this content unless you're a member. Now, I normally find some kind of image. You can just use a headline, say, whoa, member content only, please log in to access. But I like to find cool pictures. So I'm going to add an image, and you can go online, you can find different images for this. You just pick the background you want for your image. This third one down is kind of floating. I like that one. So you can go find an image you already have, go find an image online that you can use for this, or make your own. Just make sure you're not stealing somebody's and you have to worry about any copyright things. All right, so I'm picking a picture I already have, and I got a graphic pack, so I've got a bunch of fun pictures like that. So I'm going to pick that one, pick large. You don't need it full size, but depending on the size of your image. But the beautiful thing is OptimizePress is going to make your image fit no matter what, and you insert it into the post. The reason why you want to pick smaller size if you can is because then that way the image doesn't take so long to load. But there's not much happening on this page, so it doesn't matter. So I'm going to insert that there. So already I've got, sorry, you must be a member to access this content. Click here to join as an image, and I'll show you what to do with that in a moment. And then to the right, they have a place to log in if they've already paid. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go to select this image, select the edit, and you're going to see link URL. What I would do here is, the way I do it is I would go back and set up that initial webinar page, and I would go in and change this to be a replay. So you see here it says live Valentine's Day. I would have this, delete the date and time to go, and I would just put replay and maybe tell people they have access to it for 2 weeks or whatever date you want to do. But that way people can still sign up to your funnel if they want to catch the replay, be brought through so they're added to your list. Then if they watch the replay of the webinar where you sell your training, you might get a few more sales. So I'm going to copy the link to my main webinar page, and I'm going to paste that as a link to this page here and insert. And that's it. So now it says, sorry, you must be a member. To access this content, click here. If they click it, they'll be taken to the initial sign up page where they're brought through. They can watch the webinar and sign up for the training there. If they already are a member, they get to log in here. So what I'm going to do is click publish and save and continue. And I'm going to view the public link. So basically, and I know it's simple, it's not pretty, but it gets the job done. You're going to see here where they can log in, and if they click here, they're taken to our main sales page. It's that simple. So you're done, save and close. Now that we have our pages set up, here's what we're going to do. We're going to go down to Optimize Member, General Options. You're going to click there. First thing we're going to do is we have to define membership levels. This is how we're going to lock down our content. Now, when you click this, I won't go through it all, but to give you an idea, Optimize Member will actually let you have up to 10 different membership levels. So that's like bronze, silver, platinum, diamond, continue on. I don't care what you want to use, but you can just call them level 1, 2, 3. But here's the one thing you need to know. Every single time you add a level, so let's say I give someone gold member, level 3, they will automatically get access to any content that you gave to level 1 and level 2 members. So same thing, let's say I took this training and I made it level 3. And I'll show you how to put people in the levels, don't worry, it's really easy. But if I had content that was level 3 for a training, and I got a new person on and I made them level 5, they would have access to level 5 training and everything below. So level 4, 3 training. But if I had training that was level 3, and then I had maybe a PDF that I made level 2, that level 2 can't go up to level 3 content. So think of it like the government, and you've got those levels of security access, right? Level 4s can have access to level 1, 2, and 3, but level 3s don't get access to anything above. So what I suggest to do is, for your first time doing this, I would just make your training maybe level 2. So a silver member in this case. And again, you can name this whatever you want. So my level 2s now, members, whatever. And the reason I say that is because now later down the road, you don't know necessarily what you're going to want to do. You can build higher levels of membership. So you can build a course, you can build coaching programs, things like that, that people need to pay more money to get access to. But you're also leaving level 1 to maybe build a smaller membership level, like a PDF or an ebook, something that you want people to have to pay to purchase, but you don't want them to have access to any of the other training. So I always leave level 1 blank at least. So you're going to pick level 2, name it whatever the heck you want, and that's what we're going to build your training into. And ignore everything else. So what you're going to do is once you've named your membership level, you can shrink that. And all I want you to do now is go down to Membership Options Redirect Page. You're going to click that, and you're going to see what Membership Options and Redirect Page is basically when this is that page we just built. When people go to log in, they don't have access. So I called my page Member Required. It's a ridiculous name, but that's what I picked. So you just select the page you just built right there, and that's going to automatically make it so people are redirected to that page. Then again, you can shrink that option. As you go along, you can keep going to the bottom, clicking Save All Changes. I like to do that, or you can wait till the end, but that's up to you. Now you're going to see Members Homepage. So again, you're going to click the drop down, and I have it called 10-Step Welcome. And again, this is that page that is going to house your training. So you select that from the drop down, and don't even worry about email configuration. That's automating it. We're going to keep this simple, simple, simple. All right, and once you've picked that memberships homepage, that's all I want you to worry about right now. You're going to save all changes. So now what we're going to do, you're going to go to your pages. You're going to find that 10-step welcome page, your member page, and you're going to click Edit. And when you do that, you're going to see that, look, this is your login welcome page. The page is automatically guarded by OptimizeMember. So this page, because you chose it in the menu, it's automatically locked down. So you already have this set up so that if people try to access this page, they're going to have to go to your login page. And when they log in, they're brought to this one. Now, down the road, when you start adding multiple levels and multiple pages, you're obviously not going to want your training to be on the welcome page because you might have people log in to receive ebooks. You might have people log in to receive courses. When you get to that point, you can worry about it. And again, OptimizePress has different trainings and they'll show you how to do that stuff. But again, what we're about today is doing all of this as simple as possible. So what you're going to do in terms of setting up a payment system. So you're on your webinar, you're delivering your live training, and you want to sell your next training you're going to do. All I suggest to do, jump into PayPal. Okay, PayPal's free, easy to set up. You can do it quickly, and just make a button. Just make a button in PayPal. And once you've made the button, I'm going to show you how you can easily take that button and get people to pay on your live. So let me bring you over to a PayPal button that I created. So when you go into PayPal, you're going to click Tools, PayPal Buttons, Create a Button. So here's where you can either build one, and again, it's really easy. You just walk through this. You can do recurring payments. You can do trial periods. You can do all that sort of stuff. Pretty easy to do. I'm going to pick a button that I've already made. All right, so let's just imagine I'm picking this button. When you go to view the code, you're going to see down here, this is the code that PayPal gives you to actually embed the button on your website. I'm not even going to get you to do that. Okay, here's the code for the button to be embedded in your website. All I want you to do is click this email link here, because again, don't even worry about embedding buttons, doing that kind of stuff. Just click email. You're going to see this link. This link will take people directly to the button so they could buy. And there you go. They can buy right here, pay using credit debit, whatever they want to do. Your button details are there. It's that easy. So now you're on your live webinar. You can just in the comment section paste this link. People can click it, buy from you. And PayPal will send you the information of everyone who bought from you. So what I've done is I actually have a domain, thelaunchformula.com/reserve, that I could send people to, and it automatically redirects them to my PayPal button. Just to keep it easy, just to keep it simple. So what you're going to do is you're going to get notifications from these people who signed up saying, they've purchased your product. Remember, we're keeping this simple. So when you first launch, you're not going to have 100 signups. And if you do, hey, you made a bunch of money, so it doesn't matter anyway. But what you're going to do is you're going to take their name, take their email, and here's how you're going to give them access to your training. They bought, they got a message from you. So what you're going to do is go back to your dashboard, go back to your WordPress, and you're going to see users, add new. You just click add new user, make up a username for them. Very often I'll just put their last name here, enter their email that you got. You can put in their first and last name here. Don't worry about website. Make up a password for them. I usually just go to password generator, just Google it and you'll find a website that'll give you a password generator. Make sure you copy it, put that in there, and you can click send the password to the new user by email. I click that and then you'll see here roll. And now Optimize Member automatically brought in all those membership levels into here. So I made my level 2 whatever members. Hopefully you came up with a better name than that. Here, so you'd select whatever. That's it. You are done. Add new user. They now have a login, again, the one that you gave them right here, their username, and a password. So now I'll actually usually send even a separate email just from my personal email saying, hey, I just set you up in the system. Here's your username. Here's your login, just to keep it easier. Sometimes the system waits a few minutes to send them an email. Plus, it's nice to have that personal touch. And that's it. They're done. So you just tell them, there you go. Here's your ability to log in. And at the same time, send them this domain, the domain for your member welcome page, because when they click that link, they'll automatically be taken to your sorry, you must be a member or log in. And when they log in, they'll get to see your training page. That's it. That's all you need to do. And you can just, every time someone pays, so every time someone goes to your webinar, they sign up, they watch your replay, they see your link you've got here, or usually what I do, my last slide of my webinar, I have the payment link option. They can buy. They buy from you, you get a notification, you just manually go set them up. This is just for now. Remember, as you get into it and as you learn the system, you can have this automated. You can have it linked up so people sign up and it's linked with your payment system. So when they pay, they make their own username, password. You can have it automatically add them into an email list within your autoresponder. You could do all that stuff. Don't worry about it for now. All you need to do, build the membership welcome page where your training is going to be, build the login page, and set up that one level where you're going to have all your content hosted. You're ready to go. That's it, guys. You are ready to go, build a product, do a live training, and have it locked down so that only people who pay can access it. So I hope that helps you. Please go out. I challenge you. Do a webinar, and on your webinar, sell a live training. You've just seen the technology is so simple to use. Don't let the technology hold you back. I mean, and I know this might even look fancy. This was a simple page to build. You don't even need to have that. You could literally just have another page that looks like your webinar page, except here it says, welcome. Thanks for being here, being a customer. Welcome to the program. Your training is below. I mean, this could be it. You don't even need to get fancier than that. But it's nice if you have a little welcome page telling them more about the training. But that's it. So go out, do a webinar, sell a live training, and message me when you're doing it. Send me a message through Facebook or through email. Let me know what you're doing. I'll check out your webinar. You can get me to look through it. I've already had a couple people show me. I've been blown away with how people in my last video were able to build webinar funnels that look exactly the same. I mean, it's just awesome. So send me the links and show me what you're doing. Show me the products you're selling. Show me what you're doing with it, and reach out to me and ask me if you have any questions. So stay tuned for the next video that I'm going to be shooting, where I'm going to talk a little bit about how to do this to put together a summit. Yes, I know, how to put together an online summit without much more complication than basically what you're seeing here. So stay tuned for that one. Thanks for watching this.